to your favorite news network, the Dusty News Network. You know where Negro news comes first, and I'm so excited to be your host today. Breaking news. It's 2024 and everybody wants money. I mean, you see it on the Instagram posts. I mean, folks flashing cash, people on nice airplanes, people driving nice cars, Rolls Royces. Everybody is trying to be a mogul out there. And it's not just men doing the scamming. You got women doing the scamming too, like this lady. Now, let me just say this. A lot of folks on the YouTube thing, on the Instagram thing, is doing whatever they can to get to the bag. And sometimes what they're doing is not always legit. And sometimes they get called out on it. And again, getting back to this beautiful young lady who is going to have to pay for the things that she did in her life, it is dusty. All right, guys, so it's a lot to unpack. This is Ashley Grayson. Okay, Ashley Grayson was a very big time social media influencer in the credit repair space. So her thing is, like, hey, we can sell you this course and then look at how I'm doing and I'm rich. And, basically a lot of the ladies in the black community were buying a lot of her stuff. And this is kind of, common. A lot of people do the credit repair things and the online courses. And unfortunately, a lot of these things turn out to be scams. Okay. But there is this lady by the name of Sherelle. Okay. Now, Sherelle is a young lady that bought basically a course from Ashley, and then found out that the course was a scam, and then she came out against her. Okay, that was a big thing. Then there was also another competitor in the space by the name of Dr. Derica Harwell. All right. So this is another lady that's in competition with her economically. And then she has an ex-boyfriend by the name of Patrick Tate. So what she did was basically she wanted to put a hit on all of these people. Now, I have a particular TikTok here. Shout out to Black Label. You're going to hear the confession of her saying like what she wants to do to these people. Now, this is about her ex-boyfriend, Patrick.
And I know that most people think stuff like this. That's why I'm going to show y'all a piece of it.
Yeah, that if I can get somebody to do it right now for that nigga, I know it wouldn't come back to us like I would. Like if I can have us out of the country, Jamaica or something, and have somebody go, we gotta tell, I would get it done tonight. But I would pay extra for that nigga. I paid 50, 60K to get that nigga out of here.
And I got like everybody. That was about Patrick, but yeah. Got the one about Sharia. I got the one about Derica. Mine, please.
So basically, she was trying to get a woman to be the hit woman, Olivia Johnson. Okay, that was what she was supposed to do. But instead of actually carrying out the murder, she went to the police. Okay. Now, also, let me put this out there. Cheryl Hodge, which is one of the ladies that I'm talking about, she actually really blew up on TikTok because of all of this stuff. And now she's kind of selling stuff herself, selling courses herself. So I don't really know, what she got going on there. But she also filed for a lawsuit against Grayson. And this is what happened.
All right, let me give y'all a brief update about the Derica Harwell and Ashley Grayson case. Well, first, let me give y'all an update about mine. So I got an update a couple days ago, and the judge was like, basically, I need to resubmit my lawsuit solely because of the jurisdiction problems. See, before I knew that Ashley was confined to that house in Fort Worth, I was trying to figure out the apartment number at the damn Victor. Well, since they ain't there no more, and I have the address to where she is now, I can go and refile my $5 million lawsuit and go ahead and handle business. But now back to them. Y'all remember in Derica's case when the judge was like, we're going to put a stay right here. Depending on the outcome of the federal case, will give you the outcome of your case, right? Right. Well, Derica got the guilty verdict that she needed, and her attorneys went ahead and they filed a motion to vacate the stay, right? Boom! Soon as they granted the motion of the vacate of the stay, meaning Derica would get her money, Ashley's attorneys go out and do a motion to leave. They submitted that motion to leave to buy more time on her having to pay Derica $10 million. Crazy, right? That is the biggest Uno reverse slap in your face, sit your ass down and wait that I've ever seen in my life. And I know for a fact Derica over there up. And I'm not laughing at her as a victim. This is like solely past that. If you know, you know, whatever. But in this situation where this lawsuit, because these two have been going back and forth and they felt like they needed to do what they needed to do, to sit there and have the judge vacate your stay and you like this much closer to getting $10 million and for them to smack your motherfucker, say, you know what, we're going to implement this. The stay is back in place. And then y'all, the appeal, you never know how long an appeal would last. So Derica is going to be sitting and waiting on that $10 million for God knows how long. And I mean, if you've ever been in this situation, how long does an appeal take? A couple years or something? So of course, Ashley going to be sitting in jail while fighting this appeal. But Derica, you will not be getting that $10 million no time soon. She wouldn't even have enough money. Baby, she don't even got enough. Oh, shit. I know where all her money went. Biden took that shit while he was leaning back in that motherfucking courtroom watching her get her ass handed to her by the United States federal government. This shit is beyond me. So for those of y'all who were wondering and probably sitting back and like, what the is going on? That's what's going on. Just as fast as she thought she had that $10 million was just as fast as Ashley said, nope, got you.
Shout out to the luncheon lawyer, right? She broke this down about basically what's happening with Ashley Grayson.
The applicable statute that Ashley and her husband were charged with violating is as follows. The statute is located at 18 United States Code section 1958, which provides in pertinent part, whoever causes another, including the intended victim, to use the mail or any facility of interstate or foreign commerce with intent that a murder be committed in violation of the laws of any state or the United States as consideration for the receipt of or as consideration for a promise or agreement to pay anything of pecuniary value or who conspires to do so shall be guilty of a crime. I'd like to draw your attention to about the second line here where it says, or any facility of interstate or foreign commerce. What does this mean? Like, what is a facility of interstate commerce? This could be something as simple as a phone, right? A phone you are using for communication, negotiation, sales, what have you, to communicate deals across state lines. What I'd also like to draw your attention to is that while Ashley Grayson and her husband were both charged with one crime, right, the commission of murder for hire, only Ashley Grayson was found guilty. Look here at the court notes. It says, as to Ashley Grayson, the jury returned a guilty verdict. As to Joshua Grayson, the jury returned a not guilty verdict. So only one of them was found guilty, though they were both charged with the same crime. That is because the guilt or innocence of a person is separate and individual. The government needs to present enough evidence that each particular defendant is guilty. They can't just prove that one person, for example, Ashley Grayson, is guilty, there's evidence for her, and then present that same evidence for Joshua Grayson, although the evidence that implicated Ashley Grayson might not be the same, right? And so the government has got to prove each person is guilty of this offense. And in this case, it appears that the jury just did not believe that the evidence provided enough information for Joshua Grayson, her husband, to be found guilty. For this set of circumstances, it looks like the commission of murder for hire carries a sentence of, in relevant part, 10 years imprisonment, a $250,000 fine, or both. And according to these court notes, it looks like sentencing for Ashley Grayson is set for Friday, July 12th, 2024. Until Ashley Grayson has to return to court for sentencing, she is out on bond, which typically means house arrest, no social media, no contact with the victims in this case. So while she's out on bond, she is not just roaming around freely. She is going to be confined to her home.
Now that's so dusty. Like, come on, man. You out here trying to get people shot up because you and your dumbass husband too. That's what make it crazy. Like, what's wrong with you though, for real? I just have one question. Since you're gonna be in prison for like 10 years, right? That's a lot of time. And so, I mean, you and your husband gonna be in different prisons. So you're gonna need somebody to put something on your books. And you are looking quite good. So by the time you get out, you still gonna be kind of fine. And you working with something. So I just wanna know, can I put something on your books right now? So, so when you get out, I can, what the clapping sounds? I never had no prison cheeks. Ooh, that sounded too much like Diddy, didn't it? It sounded like Diddy. I'm sorry. Scratch that. That sounded like Diddy. Guys, we going all the way to Mississippi with this one. Shout out to the SIP. I actually got a shirt on talking about Mound Bayou, but this is not going to be at Mound Bayou. This is going to be closer to Hattiesburg, okay? You have this very, very beautiful young lady who is 36 years old, and you know what I'm saying? She's been married for quite some time. But the reality was that she was out at a club one night and she was dancing with this dude. Now, this particular dude is not her husband. But it's okay because this is dancing, right? Let's find out what happened.
Flipping today, a Pine Belt man is in custody, charged in the death of his wife. Welcome in, I'm Keandra Malloy. We know now she was found with an apparent gunshot wound after her vehicle crashed into a building yesterday. Now take a look at your screen. This is 50-year-old Kenrod Eccles of Columbia. He has been charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and malicious mischief. That's in connection to the death of 36-year-old Zykoya Johnson Eccles. The Hattiesburg Police Department says Kenrod and Zykoya were married. Lamar County Coroner confirmed Zykoya's identity last night and says her body is being sent to the Mississippi State Crime Lab in Biloxi. Now here's what we've learned so far about the shooting. This is the video of the scene on Park Place Avenue where HPD says officers responded to a report of a vehicle crashing into a building Saturday morning. Now originally Hattiesburg police said Zykoya was found unresponsive in her vehicle and pronounced dead on the scene. Today, HPD confirmed she was found unresponsive with an apparent gunshot wound to her abdomen. Authorities say Kenrod contacted them shortly after her body was found, admitting to his involvement in the shooting. Now, HPD says this is an ongoing investigation. The WDAM-7 is on your side with these developments in this case. We will bring you the latest news on air and online.
Now, rest in peace to the lovely lady Zykoya, okay? Now, let me just say this, family. Some of y'all have girlfriends who do this. I had a girlfriend before literally tell me something so dumb. She was like, oh, some dude inboxed me asking about you. So I went to go meet him to see what he was asking about you about. And I'm like, so you want to go meet the dude? Like, what?
What?
So of course, you know, that was room for improvement by getting her the out of there. It wasn't worth no gunshots. No, because I'm too beautiful and I'm just too real for all of that, man. Like some of you dudes out there is doing too much. I know that, you know, you feel like she disrespected you and all of that. And, you know, she shouldn't have did that and made you look bad. But hey, the reality of it is that, you know, you need to make her miss you in different ways, not make her miss the rest of her damn life. Like, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be, all right, well, cool. That's what you want to do. All right, then you go be with that dude then. Then you go out there and get somebody else. The only dudes who act like this are dudes who believe they can't get nobody else. Because yes, sometimes women gonna try you, man. And you guys need to understand is that relationships are not like banks. If you want to get back your investment, then what you need to do is go and invest in the S&P 500 index fund with any company, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, you know what I'm saying? Merrill Lynch, Fidelity, and you will get your money back for the money you put into it, okay? Or go invest in real estate. But if you're going to invest in relationships with women or people, personal or business, you run a great risk of being disrespected, getting your feelings hurt, and not receiving back what you put in. And that should be okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you this, ladies, if you are a married woman, you know that your boyfriend or your baby daddy, something is wrong with him, okay? Some of y'all know that. And y'all know that if you, or if he was to see that, how he could respond, which may not be safe for him or you. So please understand, when you are a married woman or a woman in a relationship with a man that's probably deranged or a jealous man, you don't want to be out there like that because you put yourself at a very vulnerable position. And again, we are not advocating for any violence against anybody, but hey man, some of these guys are crazy out here. So you got to make that decision. If you want to do stuff like that, then you need to be single, okay? Youth counselors and people who are in group homes and stuff like that, they're supposed to be helping the youth. And I really want to give a big round of applause to people like that, especially working with youth in the inner city. Now, this beautiful lady was doing just that, except, well, she had a little bit of a problem. So this beautiful lady here is Barbara Gorham, okay? Now, she works at the Boys and Girls Club in Farmville, North Carolina. At least she did work there. But check out how dusty she actually is. Another lady named Latoya Latham, okay? She received a voicemail from her son's teacher saying that, hey, your 14-year-old son has been caught smoking marijuana, all right? Now, the mom is concerned because her son has, had this issue before, and he's, had these access to vapes and stuff like that, right? So the mom is concerned, like, hey, me and my husband, we don't really do this, so how is he getting these vapes and where he getting them from? So basically they go home and they go through the son's phone, all right, which had already been in her possession prior to getting the vape, okay? And she's going through the phone and she sees messages to somebody by the name of Miss Poocha about buying the vapes. Now, the 14-year-old had been sending a cash app to somebody buying these damn vapes, okay? Now, basically, the cash app belonged to this lady, Barbara Gorham, $, this is the cash app, all right? He then sent her $138 as a young kid, 14-year-olds, right? Now, I'm gonna just show you how she out here lying in these streets. Barbara Gorham eventually gets fired for doing this, right? She goes on to Instagram, got fired for helping kids abused, hungry, motherless, fatherless, and all. Thanks, Boys and Girls Club, it's been real, right? She's denying all this, but she's a MNF and lie, okay? We gonna look at these damn messages. Miss Poocha, yes, sir. So I got the money, but I'm in Greenville. You think I can get a ride? Miss Poocha, I need a beam. I got $20. She respond, okay. Poocha, yes. I got $20. Can you go to the store and get one of them vapes like yours? The Rasp Bar, I'll send it right now. Okay. What's your cash app? Manid 25. Okay, my fault. I was in class. This is a grown up, right? It gets worse. Okay, I sent it. Okay. When you get it, can you send me a pic? I haven't went yet. Okay. Is you gone? Have it before we come? Yes. All right. Miss Poocha, let me buy a beam for $15. Did you go yet? Not yet. All right. Miss Poocha, are you out here? I'm outside. Bring your ass on. Okay. So she telling him, bring your ass on. All these text messages, we'll put them on the screen. This is her communicating with the 14-year-old about selling these vapes. And she out here lying, she ain't selling these vapes. But you won't hear talking about you getting fired for something else. Girl, if you do not stop with your grown ass selling these vapes to these kids, how dusty can you be, Barbara Gorham? And stop the show. This wig here, Lord have mercy. Maybe you trying to get some money to buy you a new wig, because that one right there that you got with this black shirt on is not the truth. In them Uggs. As I just told you, she is selling vapes to 14-year-old boys, knowing that this is against the law. My question is, what else are you selling? Now, you a damn club director. Like, come on, man. Like, are you for real? This is just down bad, man. How low can you go? That's out of the show. And since you need a job, since you like to sell vapes, what else is you selling? PutItOnShay@gmail.com if you want me to go ahead on and get you something clapped up. So guys, we had a great show. We had the boss chick who went from scammer to slammer. We also had the husband of Zakoya Johnson, who basically deleted her because she danced with another guy. Or we got good Barbara, who's selling young men vapes at the Farmville Boys and Girls Club in North Carolina, but got her silly ass fired. Jeopardy music! It's the boss chick scammer, the slammer, Ashley Grayson. Hold on, how you gonna try to get 3 people deleted after you done scammed all that money and selling courses that don't work? You and your husband, now your ass got 10 years. You gotta be the silliest person on planet Earth to lose everything like that. And all of y'all out there trying to be so fake rich, selling these little dusty broke courses, none of y'all really want to do no work. And everybody want to be a internet mogul, driving cars and doing all this stuff and not making no money because you don't really know anything. And then you out there losing it all because you want to shoot people. Gunshots! Because you out there dusty as hell. But it's okay. Throw that dust on her. It's over for you. So guys, I really appreciate you supporting the Dusty News Network. Go ahead on and check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/O'Shea Duke Jackson 2. Send me all the stories you can get over there, guys. We out.